Have you ever wondered why your child sometimes acts disrespectfully, leaving you feeling frustrated and confused? Understanding the root causes behind your child's behavior is crucial, and in this video, we will explore effective strategies to navigate these challenging moments with empathy and insight. You'll learn how to open up meaningful conversations, foster a deeper connection, and create a safe space for your child to express their feelings. Stay tuned, because we'll discuss the impact of external stresses like school and friendships, as well as the dynamics within your family that could be influencing your child's actions. We'll also highlight the importance of seeking professional help when necessary and how school counselors can play a pivotal role in your child's emotional well-being. By the end of this video, you will have actionable insights and practical tools to not only manage disrespectful behavior but also to strengthen your relationship with your child, promoting growth and understanding in your family dynamic. Don't miss this opportunity to transform your approach and foster a more respectful, harmonious environment at home. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Number 1. Stay calm and communicate effectively. In the journey of parenthood, especially as we navigate the often tumultuous waters of raising children, the importance of remaining calm cannot be overstated, particularly when faced with moments of disrespect from our children. It's only human to feel an array of emotions: hurt, anger, disappointment, when our children lash out. Yet, as men in our later years, we carry with us the invaluable gifts of wisdom and experience. We've weathered countless storms, learned from our past missteps, and come to understand that reacting impulsively rarely leads to the outcomes we desire. Instead, maintaining our composure during these testing moments is essential. It sets a constructive tone for the entire interaction. When we lose our temper or respond with frustration, we inadvertently escalate the situation, deepening the emotional chasm between ourselves and our children. Imagine this: if both parties are shouting, who is truly listening? By choosing to stay calm, we not only foster an environment conducive to healthy dialogue, but also model the emotional maturity and self-control we hope to instill in them. As the wise Buddha once remarked, holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. This profound insight reminds us that by holding on to our anger, we ultimately harm ourselves. When we choose calmness, we safeguard our well-being while simultaneously lighting a path for our children that prioritizes communication over conflict. Effective communication becomes increasingly vital as we age. It's not just a skill, but a necessity. For those of us in our 50s, 60s, and 70s, we have witnessed life's peaks and valleys, those fleeting moments of joy interspersed with profound sorrow. We've amassed a lifetime of experiences that can guide us through life's challenges, while our children may still be grappling with their limited perspectives. When disrespect rears its head, we must take a deep breath and cultivate an atmosphere where calm dialogue can flourish. Instead of reacting to the disrespectful behavior itself, we should strive to uncover the underlying issues at play. More often than not, a child's disrespect may reflect their own inner turmoil, struggles, or insecurities. By remaining calm and allowing them the space to articulate their feelings, we invite understanding into the conversation and steer it toward resolution rather than further conflict. This approach resonates with the Buddhist principle of right speech, which urges us to speak only when our words are necessary, true, kind, and beneficial. In these pivotal moments, our role evolves from one of merely reacting to one of teaching by our actions. It's crucial to remember that while disrespect may temporarily strain the parent-child bond, it does not erase it. The connection remains intact, even if it feels frayed. In many instances, when our children act out, it is not born from disdain, but rather from the chaos of their emotional battles. By maintaining a calm demeanor, we communicate to them that even in their most challenging moments, they are still deeply loved and valued. This simple yet profound realization can help to soften their defensiveness and foster healing. As Mother Teresa so beautifully articulated, peace begins with a smile. This sentiment rings especially true in the context of navigating difficult family dynamics. Even in the thick of conflict, the gift of calmness can serve as a crucial first step toward reconciliation. As we journey through life, it becomes increasingly vital to nurture our patience. Many of us, now in retirement or nearing that stage, have come to understand that life's challenges are best faced with a steady, calm approach. This wisdom should seamlessly translate into our relationships with our children. When confronted with disrespect, we must pause and reflect on the outcome we truly desire. Are we striving to assert our correctness, or are we aiming to cultivate a relationship built on mutual respect and understanding? Our ability to remain calm opens the door to clarity, and clarity paves the way for more thoughtful decisions. Lao Tzu, the ancient Chinese philosopher, wisely noted, "Silence is a source of great strength." When we choose to maintain our composure, we position ourselves to guide our children back to a place of respect and understanding. In today's world, where both the young and the old often find themselves overwhelmed by stress, distractions, and the relentless pace of life, remaining calm can seem like an insurmountable challenge. Yet, it is precisely during these moments of disrespect that our calmness holds the most transformative power. It acts as an anchor, not just for ourselves but for our entire family. By refraining from emotional reactions, we grant ourselves the invaluable gift of perspective. We begin to see the broader context, recognizing that a fleeting moment of disrespect does not define our relationship with our child. It is merely a passing storm, and through calmness, we can guide the ship back to serene waters. As we age, these moments of clarity become even more precious, reminding us that our role as parents does not diminish with age. Instead, it evolves. We transition from enforcers to compassionate guides. By choosing to stay calm, we embody the very qualities we wish to instill in our children, illustrating that even amidst challenging times, peace and understanding can prevail. Ultimately, remaining calm in the face of disrespect transcends merely managing our child's behavior. It nurtures our inner peace, which grows ever more vital as we advance in years. This mindset not only aids in addressing immediate conflicts, but also lays a sturdy foundation for healthier, more resilient relationships in the future. By consciously opting for calmness, we prioritize wisdom over impulse, love over anger, and understanding over judgment. In doing so, we provide our children with a powerful example of how to navigate life's difficulties with grace and composure, a lesson that stands as perhaps the most significant gift we can offer them. Number 2. How emotional reactions can worsen the situation. When your child disrespects you, it's all too easy to let those powerful emotions take the reins. You might feel a surge of hurt, disappointment, or even a fierce anger that boils beneath the surface. In those moments, it can be tempting to react impulsively, to let that anger explode outward. However, responding with anger or frustration will only serve to exacerbate the situation. It's like throwing gasoline on a raging fire. What might begin as a small spark of disrespect can rapidly escalate into a full-blown conflict if both parties allow their emotions to spiral out of control. Take a moment to reflect. When was the last time getting angry resolved an issue? More often than not, anger creates a deeper chasm between you and your child, reinforcing a harmful cycle of negative communication. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Children, especially as they grow older and develop their own identities, are astute observers of our reactions in challenging situations. They learn by mirroring our behaviors. Thus, when you choose to respond with calmness, even in the face of disrespect, you impart a powerful lesson on managing difficult emotions and navigating conflicts with maturity and grace. As the Buddha wisely articulated, you will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger. This profound insight reminds us that allowing anger to dominate our responses ultimately inflicts more harm on ourselves than on anyone else. By maintaining your composure, you not only safeguard your peace of mind but also serve as a steadfast role model for your child. A beautiful story from Buddhist tradition illustrates this point perfectly. Once, the Buddha faced insults from a man in public. Rather than reacting with fury or defensiveness, he remained silent, calm, and composed, embodying an almost otherworldly tranquility. When asked later why he did not respond to the harsh words, the Buddha offered a profound reply. If someone offers you a gift and you do not accept it, to whom does the gift belong? In refusing to accept the insult, the Buddha skillfully disarmed the situation. This principle holds when your child disrespects you. Their words or actions may feel like an attack, but by consciously choosing not to react with anger, you maintain control and prevent the situation from escalating into chaos. Take a moment to ask yourself, is your primary goal to win an argument, or is it to guide your child toward a deeper understanding and respect? Staying calm provides you with the clarity necessary to redirect the conversation in a more positive direction. It's crucial to acknowledge that remaining calm can be a monumental challenge, particularly when emotions are running high. Yet, the effort you invest in cultivating calmness pays off tremendously because it opens the door to effective communication. When you respond with composure, you're more likely to delve beneath the surface of the disrespect to uncover the underlying issues. Perhaps your child is grappling with stress, frustration, or even fear, emotions they might not know how to articulate constructively. By fostering an environment of calm, you create a haven for them to express themselves, paving the way for a much richer and more profound understanding between you. Instead of merely reacting to the disrespect, consider asking thoughtful questions like, "Why are you feeling so upset?" or "What's going on here?" These open-ended inquiries shift the focus from the disrespectful behavior to the emotions driving it, inviting dialogue rather than confrontation. Envision calmness as a skill you develop over time. The more you practice it, the more instinctual it becomes, and the better equipped you'll be to diffuse tense situations before they spiral out of control. Just as in meditation, where we learn to observe our thoughts without clinging to them, we can learn to recognize our emotions in moments of conflict without letting them dictate our actions. Ultimately, the lesson is crystal clear. By choosing to remain calm and communicate effectively, you not only cultivate a more respectful relationship with your child but also nurture your inner peace. Remember, that brief moment of calm can alter the entire trajectory of a conversation, and perhaps even the relationship itself. So, the next time you confront disrespect, pause for a moment and ask yourself, how do I want to respond in a way that helps rather than harms? That moment of reflection, that conscious decision to remain calm, may well be the most precious gift you can give to yourself and your child. Embracing this practice can lead to healing, understanding, and an enduring bond that withstands the trials of life. Why calmness helps the situation. Creating a nurturing and safe space for open dialogue is essential, especially when faced with the challenging and often emotionally charged experience of disrespect from your child. In those intense moments, it can be all too easy to react impulsively, allowing frustration, anger, or hurt feelings to overwhelm you. Yet, I truly believe that choosing to respond with calmness can significantly shift the dynamics of the situation toward a more positive and constructive outcome. Calmness, I find, is not just a desirable quality but a profound tool that cultivates an environment where your child feels secure enough to express their feelings honestly, free from the looming shadow of immediate judgment or punishment. This gentle approach fosters open communication, allowing both you and your child to explore the deeper issues that might be fueling their disrespect. As parents, particularly those of us who have journeyed through the myriad ups and downs of life, we know all too well how our reactions can shape the course of any situation. The teachings of Tiz Han, a respected Buddhist teacher, resonate deeply with me. He emphasizes that calmness is indeed a superpower that empowers us to respond with clarity and compassion. When we manage to stay calm, we are not dismissing the behavior our child exhibits. Rather, we are laying a strong foundation for deeper understanding and fostering stronger connections. Maintaining that calm during difficult interactions means we take the reins of our emotions, choosing to navigate the situation with care and intention instead of allowing our tempers to escalate the conflict. Calmness acts as a guiding light, enabling us to steer the conversation in a more constructive direction, and encouraging our children to articulate what they are truly feeling. Often, the outward expression of disrespect is merely a mask that hides deeper emotions like frustration, stress, or insecurity. By remaining composed, we create a space where our children can feel comfortable sharing their thoughts and feelings. Asking open-ended questions such as, "What's bothering you?" or "Can you share how you're feeling right now?" can be transformative. It demonstrates that we are genuinely invested in understanding their perspective, rather than merely reacting to their behavior. This approach can lead to more meaningful dialogue, deeper connections, and effective solutions that benefit both parties. Indeed, calmness has the power to revolutionize the atmosphere in our homes, turning potentially volatile moments into opportunities for growth, healing, and stronger bonds. The teachings of the Buddha remind us that true peace emanates from within. We should not seek it externally. By embodying this inner peace, especially during life's more challenging moments, we not only navigate conflicts more effectively but also model for our children how to manage their own emotions. So, the next time you find yourself confronted with disrespect, I urge you to reflect on how embracing calmness can create an environment ripe for understanding rather than hostility. Will you allow anger and frustration to reign supreme, or will you make the conscious choice to embrace calmness and communication, thereby fortifying your bond? By choosing to stay calm, you impart the invaluable lesson of respectful conversation, nurture a deeper relationship with your child, and safeguard your inner peace. Ultimately, I believe that cultivating calmness and engaging in effective communication in the face of disrespect can truly transform family dynamics for the better. Number 3. Building emotional resilience in both parent and child. Building emotional resilience is not just a lesson. It's a profound gift you can pass on to your child, especially when navigating the stormy waters of difficult moments such as disrespect. In these challenging situations, when you choose to remain calm, you are doing so much more than just managing your own emotions. You are setting a powerful example for your child on how to handle theirs. Emotional resilience is all about maintaining composure when the world feels overwhelming and finding constructive pathways to move forward in a reality where reactions can often spiral out of control. By staying calm, you demonstrate to your child that conflicts can be approached with clarity and maturity rather than chaos and confusion. Reflecting on the wise words of the Buddha, "You will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger." It's clear that choosing calmness over anger is essential. By fostering an environment grounded in understanding and respect, both for yourself and for your child, you cultivate a space where emotions can be processed healthfully. In today's fast-paced world, where stress often lurks around every corner and affects everyone, particularly men in their later years, the ability to remain composed during conflicts is more valuable than ever before. Over the decades, life has likely taught you that reacting with anger seldom leads to resolution. Rather, it tends to exacerbate the situation. Therefore, when your child disrespects you, view this moment as an invaluable opportunity to showcase the emotional control that comes with experience and maturity. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, what kind of message do you truly want to impart to your child? Is it one where anger reigns supreme, or one where calmness serves as a guiding light toward better understanding and meaningful communication? Remaining calm not only helps you navigate the situation with clarity, but also paves the way for a resolution that enhances your relationship instead of damaging it. Additionally, when you embody calmness, you create a nurturing environment where genuine communication can flourish. Disrespect often arises from deeper feelings, frustration, insecurity, or confusion. If you respond with anger, you inadvertently shut down any opportunity to uncover the true underlying issues. However, by remaining composed, you encourage your children to express themselves freely, leading to conversations that are not just reactive but deeply meaningful. Embrace the profound wisdom of Lao Tzu, who said, "Silence is a source of great strength." In the heat of conflict, your calmness can wield a power far greater than any emotional outburst, providing your child with the space they need to reflect and respond thoughtfully. Moreover, cultivating calmness over time nurtures trust. Your child will begin to see you as a stable and reliable source of support, someone they can turn to without fear of being met with anger or hostility. This does not imply that you should ignore or dismiss the disrespect. Rather, it means confronting it from a position of calm authority, demonstrating to your child that even the toughest conversations can be approached with respect and composure. When they observe you modeling this behavior, they are more likely to internalize it and mirror it in their own lives, ultimately learning how to handle their conflicts with emotional intelligence. So, the next time your child disrespects you, take a moment to consider the long-term benefits of maintaining your composure. Not only are you safeguarding your peace of mind, but you are also equipping your child with one of the most invaluable life skills: emotional resilience. Ask yourself, is it more important to react impulsively or to guide my child toward understanding and personal growth? The answer lies in the tranquility of calmness. As the Buddha beautifully teaches, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. By choosing to remain calm, you are not merely managing the present moment. You are laying down a lasting foundation of respect, trust, and inner peace that will profoundly benefit both you and your child for years to come. In a world that can often feel chaotic, the power of emotional resilience you nurture will echo through generations, fostering deeper connections and a more compassionate understanding of one another. Effective communication strategies. Number 1. How to use I statements to prevent defensiveness. Understanding how to effectively use I statements can truly transform the way we communicate, especially when navigating the choppy waters of disrespectful dialogue with our children. Instead of resorting to blameful phrases like "you're always rude," which can easily provoke defensiveness and escalate conflicts, consider reframing your words to reflect your feelings. For instance, saying, "I feel disrespected when you talk to me that way," not only conveys the emotional impact of their behavior on you, but also creates an environment where your child might respond with more thoughtfulness rather than reaction. This heartfelt approach allows the conversation to remain anchored in your personal experience, steering it away from a blame game and fostering a dialogue centered around understanding rather than accusation. When you express how their actions affect you, it becomes less about finger-pointing and more about sharing your emotional truth. This emotional honesty paves the way for deeper understanding and connection. In the rich teachings of Buddhism, this practice resonates deeply with the principle of right speech, a cornerstone of the Noble Eightfold Path. Right speech emphasizes the importance of communicating in ways that are truthful, kind, and conducive to fostering understanding rather than igniting conflict. A poignant example from the life of the Buddha illustrates this beautifully. When confronted by an angry man hurling insults at him in public, rather than succumbing to anger, the Buddha calmly posed a question. If someone gives you a gift and you do not accept it, to whom does the gift belong? This simple yet profound inquiry led the man to realize that his anger and harsh words were akin to a gift. The Buddha had chosen not to accept it, highlighting the power of mindful response. Similarly, when your child expresses disrespect, you possess the power to decide how to react. You can either accept their anger and allow it to escalate or choose to respond calmly and mindfully by employing I statements, which can serve to diffuse tension instead of heightening it. Moreover, open-ended questions can play a vital role in fostering effective communication. Rather than responding with frustration, consider asking your child questions like, "What's bothering you?" or "Why are you feeling upset right now?" These inquiries invite your child to share their feelings, opening the door to a deeper understanding of the underlying issues driving their behavior. By prioritizing empathy and understanding, you shift the focus away from conflict and move toward a constructive resolution. Have you ever noticed how transformative a conversation can become when both parties feel genuinely heard? When your child senses that you are actively listening, they are much more likely to let go of their defensiveness and engage in meaningful dialogue. Effective communication transcends mere words. It's about building bridges of understanding and connection. This practice becomes even more crucial as we navigate our relationships with our children through the inevitable changes that come with growing up and seeking independence. The way we address conflicts now will lay the foundation for the kind of relationship we aspire to have with them in the future. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. So take a moment to reflect. How do you want to communicate in a way that leaves both of you feeling respected and heard? Ultimately, Employing I statements and open-ended questions not only helps you maintain a calm and considered approach to communication, even amidst moments of disrespect, but also allows you to model the emotional intelligence and mindfulness you hope to instill in your child. As the Buddha wisely teaches, speak only when your words are more beautiful than silence. By choosing your words with intention and framing them with compassion, you are not just preventing defensiveness. You are nurturing a deeper connection with your child, paving the way for more respectful interactions in the future. The lesson here is both simple and profound. Communication transcends mere expression of feelings. It creates a nurturing space where both you and your child can flourish in understanding and respect. Embracing this mindful approach is not just about resolving conflicts. It's about building a legacy of open-hearted communication that can enrich your relationship for years to come. Number 2. Open-ended questions to promote dialogue. Remaining calm when your child disrespects you can often feel like a monumental challenge, yet it stands as one of the most empowering tools you possess as a parent. In those heated moments, when emotions threaten to spiral out of control, choosing to stay composed not only prevents the situation from escalating but also serves as a profound lesson in maturity and patience for your child. When anger or frustration clouds your judgment, communication becomes increasingly difficult, leaving both you and your child feeling misunderstood and disconnected. However, by maintaining your composure, you create a sanctuary where your child feels safe to express their thoughts and emotions honestly. This is more than just avoiding a conflict. It's about unlocking the door to meaningful and transformative dialogue. Reflect on the wisdom of the Buddhist teaching. You will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger. This profound insight reminds us that allowing calmness to guide our actions not only protects our peace of mind, but also sets a powerful example for our children to emulate. One of the most effective communication strategies in these challenging situations is to pose open-ended questions that encourage your child to delve into their feelings and share their thoughts. Rather than reacting defensively or harshly, consider asking, "Can you share what's troubling you?" Or, "How do you think we can navigate this together?" This approach is not about lecturing or punishing. It's about demonstrating your willingness to listen, understand, and collaborate in solving the issue at hand. Open-ended questions create an invaluable space for your child to reflect on their feelings and behaviors, allowing them to understand the reasons behind their disrespectful actions. This shift in dialogue transforms the conversation from confrontation to collaboration, emphasizing that you genuinely value their perspective and are eager to listen. As you engage in this type of communication, you deepen the bond between you and your child. They begin to see you not merely as an authority figure but as a trusted guide, someone they can confide in for advice and understanding. By fostering such an environment, you nurture a relationship built on trust and respect, where both you and your child feel genuinely heard and appreciated. Have you ever observed how a slight change in tone can completely alter the dynamic of a conversation? When you approach your child with calmness and an open heart, you invite them to mirror that behavior, creating a nurturing space where authentic dialogue can flourish. In our fast-paced world, filled with relentless stressors and distractions, these moments of tranquility and thoughtful communication have never been more essential. Our children, much like us, grapple with pressures from all sides, and their moments of disrespect may often reflect their inner turmoil. By employing open-ended questions and remaining calm, you can help uncover the root of their feelings, guiding them toward healthier avenues for expression. The Buddha wisely noted, "Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without." By embodying this peace, especially during challenging moments, you set a remarkable example for your child, demonstrating how to face life's adversities with grace and patience. Therefore, the next time your child disrespects you, remember that maintaining your calm is not merely about sidestepping conflict. It's about cultivating a fertile ground for growth, understanding, and mutual respect. Ask yourself questions like, how can I transform this moment of frustration into an opportunity for connection? And in what ways can I help my child better understand their emotions and communicate them effectively? By remaining calm and asking the right questions, you lay the groundwork for a deeper, more respectful relationship with your child. In this process, you teach them a crucial life skill that will benefit them far beyond childhood, equipping them to navigate their relationships with empathy and understanding. Number 3. Validating your child's emotions. Validating your child's emotions is not just an effective strategy. It's one of the most profound ways to foster an environment of love, understanding, and respect. This approach is crucial, especially when conflicts arise, and it can truly open the door to healthy communication, particularly during those moments when disrespect flares up. Disrespect often stems from feeling misunderstood or invalidated, a feeling many of us can relate to in our own lives. As parents, it's easy to become so focused on correcting undesirable behaviors that we overlook the underlying emotions fueling them. However, taking just a moment to pause and acknowledge the emotions behind those behaviors can genuinely transform the dynamics of the situation. Imagine expressing to your child, "I understand that you're frustrated, and I genuinely want to help you through this." In this simple yet powerful statement, you're not excusing their disrespectful behavior. Rather, you are affirming that their feelings are valid and worthy of recognition. This act of acknowledgement can dramatically lower their emotional defenses, paving the way for them to be more receptive to a constructive and healing conversation. It's as if you're building a bridge of understanding, which can lead to greater harmony in your relationship. Consider this process as laying the essential foundation for mutual respect. When a child feels truly heard, it often becomes the first step toward unraveling the deeper issues that may be at play. This concept of validation resonates deeply with the Buddhist principle of compassion. The Dalai Lama wisely noted, "When you talk, you are only repeating what you already know. But if you listen, you may learn something new." By genuinely listening to your child's frustrations and validating their emotions, you are extending an invaluable gift of compassion and empathy. This not only helps strengthen your bond, but also fosters a deeper emotional connection. Remember, this doesn't imply that you allow bad behavior to slide. Instead, it gracefully shifts the focus from blame to understanding, which is where true growth occurs. When you validate your child's feelings, you help them to feel less cornered or defensive. Instead, they become more willing to absorb your guidance on expressing their emotions more respectfully in the future. In our fast-paced modern lives, especially for men and women who have weathered the storms of life and accumulated wisdom over the years, it's crucial to understand that communication is not merely about conveying a point. It's about creating a sacred space where both parties feel respected and valued. Many of us have spent decades mastering the art of managing our own emotions in challenging situations, whether through career pressures, complex relationships, or other life hurdles. Now, we stand at a pivotal moment where we can pass down this wisdom to our children, demonstrating how to validate emotions without allowing them to hijack the conversation. Have you ever noticed how a heated argument can lose its edge the moment someone acknowledges the other person's feelings? It's a small yet profoundly impactful gesture that can change the entire tone of the interaction. By validating your child's emotions, you are not merely teaching them how to navigate their frustrations. You are also showing them that you are committed to engaging in a dialogue that respects the emotions of both sides. Validation does not mean turning a blind eye to disrespect. Rather, it equips you with the tools to guide the conversation toward a productive and meaningful resolution. Once your child feels that their emotions are genuinely understood, they are much more likely to open up about what's bothering them, allowing you to address the root causes instead of just the symptoms of their behavior. Asking open-ended questions, such as, "What's making you feel this way?" or "How can we work through this together?" can further inspire your child to reflect on their feelings and consider how they might communicate better in the future. By practicing emotional validation, you are actively nurturing your relationship with your child, building a foundation of trust and respect that can endure throughout their lives. It's a simple yet powerful way to demonstrate that you are not just there to discipline, but to offer unwavering support and understanding. As the Buddha teaches, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. By approaching conflicts with your children from a place of inner calm and understanding, you are creating an environment that fosters peace and mutual respect. So, the next time your child displays disrespectful behavior, take a moment to validate their emotions. Extend compassion and steer the conversation toward a more respectful and productive dialogue. This approach will not only help resolve the immediate conflict, but will also lay the groundwork for healthier communication patterns in the future. Ultimately, it's about cultivating a nurturing atmosphere where love and understanding flourish, enabling both you and your child to grow together in harmony. Real-life example. Let's delve into a situation that resonates deeply with many parents navigating the tumultuous waters of raising teenagers. Picture this. A father, perhaps after a long day at work, turns to his teenage son and asks for help with chores. To his dismay, the son responds with a dismissive and rude refusal. At that moment, it's all too easy for the father to feel a wave of disrespect wash over him, leaving him upset and frustrated. His heart might race, and he could instinctively feel the urge to raise his voice or impose a punishment, thinking that a stern approach would restore order. However, this immediate reaction often spirals into further conflict, widening the rift rather than bridging it. Instead of succumbing to anger, the father takes a moment, a crucial moment, to pause and breathe deeply. This act of mindfulness is pivotal. He consciously chooses to prioritize calm over chaos, approaching his son in a way that fosters open dialogue rather than defensiveness. He gently says, "I understand that you might be feeling tired or overwhelmed, but when you refuse to help out, it genuinely feels like you don't appreciate the hard work I put into maintaining our home." This thoughtful statement transforms the conversation from a mere accusation into a heartfelt expression of his feelings, setting a tone that invites understanding rather than resistance. When the father communicates in this manner, calmly, without blame, the emotional atmosphere shifts dramatically. The son, feeling less attacked and more valued, becomes open to considering his father's perspective. This approach lays the groundwork for a constructive conversation about shared responsibilities, steering clear of the trap of escalating arguments. It beautifully illustrates a fundamental principle of compassion found in Buddhism, responding with mindfulness and empathy, even when faced with disrespect. Buddha wisely taught that holding onto anger is akin to grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. The one who ultimately suffers is oneself. By choosing to remain calm, the father sidesteps the emotional turmoil that often accompanies anger, preserving the emotional well-being of both himself and his son. Rather than perpetuating a cycle of frustration and resentment, the father seizes this moment as an invaluable teaching opportunity. He imparts a lesson on mutual respect and the importance of sharing household duties. Observing his father's composed demeanor, the son is more likely to feel heard and understood. This fosters an environment that encourages thoughtful and respectful behavior in the future. The impact of such interactions extends far beyond merely addressing the immediate issue. They cultivate emotional resilience and maturity in both parent and child. In our fast-paced modern lives, it's all too easy to become entangled in the whirlwind of daily responsibilities, often overlooking the significance of these seemingly small moments. However, these interactions are golden opportunities to model patience, emotional intelligence, and respect for one another. How we navigate conflicts with our children profoundly shapes how they will approach challenges in their own lives. To deepen this dialogue further, the father could pose open-ended questions that invite his son into the conversation. Questions like, "What's making you hesitant to help out today?" Or, "How can we collaborate to ensure that household responsibilities are shared more equitably?" These inquiries encourage the son to reflect on his feelings and actions, promoting a problem-solving mindset rather than a defensive posture. The story of this father and son exemplifies the profound power of maintaining composure in the face of disrespect. It reminds us that through mindfulness and calm communication, we can guide our children more effectively, fostering emotional growth and understanding. This timeless lesson echoes the wisdom of the Buddha, who profoundly stated, "Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without." By choosing to remain calm, the father not only nurtures peace within his family but also equips his child with the tools to navigate conflicts with maturity and grace. So, the next time you find yourself confronted with a similar challenge, take a moment to breathe deeply, pause, and reflect on how you wish to respond. Is it more beneficial to react out of frustration, or would it serve both you and your child better to approach the situation with composure? How you handle these moments not only resolves the immediate issue but also lays the groundwork for a deeper, more respectful relationship in the future. One built on understanding, patience, and love. Remember, these interactions are not just about chores or duties. They are about forging connections and nurturing a lifetime of mutual respect and compassion. The impact of nonverbal communication. When you find yourself facing disrespect from your child, it's essential to take a step back and remember that communication extends far beyond mere words. It encompasses how you present yourself in the moment. Body language is a powerful and often underappreciated tool that plays a crucial role in shaping the tone of any conversation, particularly when emotions run high and tensions escalate. Your facial expressions, posture, and tone of voice can either serve as a soothing balm, helping to calm a potentially volatile situation, or they can inadvertently fuel the fire, making matters worse than they need to be. For instance, when your child exhibits disrespectful behavior, it might feel instinctive to respond with crossed arms, a stern expression, or a raised voice. However, these nonverbal cues can unintentionally convey a sense of attack, causing your child to feel cornered and defensive, which ultimately escalates the conflict rather than diffusing it. It's a heartbreaking cycle that can leave both you and your child feeling frustrated and unheard. In contrast, maintaining relaxed and open body language, such as uncrossed arms, a calm expression, and a steady, gentle tone of voice, can send a powerful message that you are committed to resolving the situation peacefully and respectfully. This approach creates an environment where dialogue can flourish. By consciously showing through your body language that you are not here to engage in an argument, but rather to listen and work toward a solution, you invite your child to respond with greater openness and respect. This idea resonates deeply with me, as it reminds me of a beautiful Buddhist teaching that states, "The tongue, like a sharp knife, kills without drawing blood." This profound insight speaks volumes about how harsh words can inflict wounds far deeper than we might realize. But the same principle applies to our body language. Even if our words are calm and collected, our posture and facial expressions can still communicate underlying feelings of anger or frustration. So, I urge you to reflect on how you are standing when you communicate with your child. Is your face radiating understanding and empathy, or are you, perhaps unwittingly, conveying irritation or annoyance? These subtle shifts in how you present yourself can make an astonishing difference in how your child perceives and responds to the conversation. By deliberately keeping your body relaxed and your tone gentle, you foster an atmosphere where genuine communication can thrive. Another incredibly important strategy for maintaining calm and communicating effectively lies in the power of the pause. When emotions are heightened, and your child says something that deeply unsettles you, your first instinct may be to react impulsively, snapping back in the heat of the moment. However, taking that brief pause can be transformative. It grants you the time to gather your thoughts, regain control over your emotions, and reflect on how you truly want to respond. This simple act of pausing is a powerful tool that allows you to reclaim control of the situation and ensures that you don't say something that you might later regret. Sometimes, the best response you can give is to breathe, take a moment, and ask yourself reflective questions like, how do I want this conversation to unfold? And how can I lead with calmness instead of frustration? This pause not only allows you to choose your words more thoughtfully, but also keeps the conversation focused on resolution rather than blame or conflict. This approach aligns perfectly with the concept of mindfulness, being fully present and aware of your actions and their impact on the moment. As Buddha wisely teaches, do not dwell on the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment. By pausing before reacting, you are practicing mindfulness, remaining anchored in the present rather than allowing your emotions to take the reins. Moreover, this practice demonstrates to your child that you are genuinely willing to listen and understand, rather than simply reacting out of anger or frustration. You might even consider asking open-ended questions such as, "What's bothering you right now?" Or, "How can we work together to fix this?" These thoughtful inquiries serve to open up the dialogue, encouraging your child to reflect on their feelings and consider the root of their disrespectful behavior rather than perpetuating it. So, the next time you find yourself in a situation where your child is acting disrespectfully, I urge you to remember that effective communication goes beyond just the words you choose to use. Your body language and your ability to pause and think before responding can profoundly shape the outcome of the conversation. Are you demonstrating through your actions that you are calm and ready to listen? By embodying relaxed body language and taking a moment to gather your thoughts before responding, you are setting a remarkable example of patience and emotional control, an invaluable lesson that your child can learn from. Ultimately, it's not just about correcting their behavior. It's about instilling in them the essential skills to communicate respectfully and calmly in challenging situations, a lesson that will undoubtedly benefit them throughout their lives. As you navigate these interactions, remember that you have the power to influence your child's approach to communication, fostering a healthier and more respectful dynamic that can strengthen your bond and enrich your relationship. Number 4. Understanding the root cause of the problem. Understanding the root cause of disrespect is vital when navigating the sometimes turbulent waters of parenting, especially as children grow and face the myriad challenges that come with their formative years. Disrespectful behavior rarely surfaces without an underlying reason, and while it can feel intensely hurtful and frustrating in the heat of the moment, it's essential to recognize that these actions often serve as a reflection of something much deeper and more complex. Children, particularly during the tumultuous stage of adolescence, are grappling with an array of emotional, social, and psychological changes that can be overwhelming. They might be wrestling with academic stress, experiencing conflicts with friends, or even dealing with hormonal shifts that leave them struggling to manage their emotions effectively. There are times when they act out because they feel utterly misunderstood, as if their feelings and thoughts are falling on deaf ears. Other instances of disrespect may arise from their exposure to negative influences, such as observing similar behavior among peers or absorbing toxic messages from media, mimicking what they perceive as acceptable or normal. It can be all too easy to take these moments of disrespect personally, feeling like a failure or wondering what went wrong. However, when we step back and look beyond the immediate behavior, attempting to understand the underlying triggers, we empower ourselves to address the root cause rather than merely reacting to the symptoms. This reminds me of a powerful Buddhist teaching that resonates deeply in the realm of parenting. Hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love. This timeless wisdom serves as a guiding principle, illustrating that responding to disrespect with anger or frustration only exacerbates the conflict. Instead, by striving to understand what is truly prompting your child's behavior, you open the door to meaningful, compassionate dialogue and healing. Consider, for instance, the possibility that your child is feeling utterly overwhelmed by the relentless pressures of school or grappling with social anxiety in their peer interactions. By recognizing these potential sources of stress, you can approach the situation with empathy, guiding the conversation toward addressing these deeper issues instead of simply punishing the disrespectful behavior. In today's fast-paced and often chaotic world, where stress and distractions are ever present, it's no wonder that children can feel lost, anxious, or overwhelmed. Reflect on the pressures you experienced during different stages of your own life. Those burdens are often amplified for today's youth, who must navigate a landscape filled with academic expectations, the influence of social media, and the complexities of peer relationships, all while desperately trying to forge their identities. These feelings of stress and insecurity can manifest as disrespectful behavior, particularly when children lack the emotional maturity to articulate what they're going through. By taking a moment to pause and reflect, asking yourself, what could be triggering this behavior? You're more likely to uncover a constructive path forward. One effective way to begin addressing the root cause is through open-ended questions that invite your child to share their innermost thoughts and feelings. Rather than approaching them with, "Why are you being so rude?" which can feel accusatory, consider asking, "What's been going on with you lately?" Or is there something weighing heavily on your mind? These questions not only convey your genuine concern for their well-being, but also create a safe space for them to express their true emotions. This shift in focus, from punishment to understanding, can help your child feel more supported, reducing the likelihood of future outbursts. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. This compassionate approach can be genuinely transformative in your relationship with your child, laying the groundwork for trust and open communication. Understanding the root cause of disrespect enables you to respond with the patience and wisdom that are essential for nurturing any healthy relationship. When you invest the time to uncover what lies beneath the surface, you're not merely managing the behavior. You're equipping your child with the emotional skills they need to navigate stress and communicate more effectively. As Buddha wisely teaches, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. By cultivating this sense of inner peace in your relationship with your child, you guide them toward becoming more respectful and emotionally resilient individuals in the long run. So, the next time your child exhibits disrespectful behavior, take a deep breath and pause to consider what might be causing them to feel this way. What are they enduring that you may not yet fully comprehend? By asking these profound questions and responding with a heart full of compassion, you set the stage for a deeper, more meaningful relationship with your child. One that places understanding at the forefront and prioritizes connection over conflict. In doing so, you not only nurture their growth but also foster an environment where love and respect can flourish. Number 5. Disrespect as a cry for attention. In the intricate tapestry of parenting, one thread often woven throughout is the complex issue of disrespect from children. At times, this disrespect is not merely an act of rebellion or a reflection of poor behavior. Rather, it serves as a poignant cry for attention, a heartfelt signal that they feel neglected or unheard in the whirlwind of daily life. When children struggle to articulate their emotions constructively, they may resort to behaviors that demand your attention, such as rudeness or blatant disrespect. In these crucial moments, it's all too easy to respond with frustration or anger, succumbing to the heat of the moment. Yet, if we take a step back and pause to reflect on their actions, we might discover that what they truly seek is connection. Imagine a child feeling invisible, yearning for your presence and recognition. They might not possess the vocabulary to articulate their needs with phrases like, "I need more of your time," or "I feel like you're not noticing me." Instead, they act out in ways that demand a reaction, even if that reaction is negative. This realization is a powerful reminder that their behavior often stems from a deeper emotional need rather than a conscious desire to be hurtful. Embracing this understanding allows us to approach these situations with profound empathy, illuminating the path to healing. It brings to mind the timeless wisdom of the Buddha, who wisely stated, "Hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love." This principle is truly the eternal rule of compassion. When a child exhibits disrespect, responding with heightened anger or punitive measures can escalate the situation, driving an emotional wedge between you and your child. Instead, responding with understanding opens the door to healing and deeper communication. Picture this: a child starving for attention. If your responses only reflect negativity in reaction to their misbehavior, they will inevitably continue to seek out that attention, albeit in misguided ways. However, if you extend your time, understanding, and patience, you address the root cause of their distress rather than merely treating the symptoms of their disrespect. So, how do you navigate these challenging moments of disrespect? Start by delving into the emotional needs that may be concealed beneath their words or actions. Ask yourself, what might my child be feeling that they're struggling to express? Rather than immediately reacting to the disrespect, strive to engage them in a conversation. You might gently say, "I've noticed you seem upset lately, and I genuinely want to understand what's going on." This approach demonstrates that you care about their feelings, affirming that you're not merely focused on their behavior. Open-ended questions can wield incredible power, providing your child with the freedom to share their thoughts without feeling judged or lectured. Reflecting on our own experiences, we've all had moments when we felt overlooked or misunderstood, leading us to act out in search of the recognition we crave. Children, too, often need reassurance that their feelings matter. By addressing this deeper emotional need, you not only alleviate the immediate issue of disrespect but also fortify the bond you share with your child. You're imparting vital lessons about healthier ways to communicate their feelings and reinforcing that they don't need to resort to acting out to gain your attention. In our fast-paced world, where distractions abound, it's all too easy for children to feel disconnected from their parents. The demands of work, technology, and the daily grind often take precedence over family time, leaving children feeling unnoticed and undervalued. This feeling of neglect can frequently manifest as disrespect, as they desperately attempt to reclaim your focus. By taking the time to actively listen and engage with your child, you not only diminish the likelihood of future disrespect but also cultivate a more open and trusting relationship. As the Buddha beautifully articulated, peace comes from within. By nurturing that inner peace within your home and ensuring your child feels valued and heard, you lay the foundation for an environment characterized by mutual respect. Ultimately, when your child exhibits disrespect, it's crucial to consider that they may simply be attempting to communicate a fundamental need for attention or connection. Rather than reacting with anger or frustration, ask yourself, what are they trying to tell me? By approaching these situations with empathy and a genuine willingness to understand, you create a space for meaningful conversations and deeper relationships. The lesson here is abundantly clear. Respect and attention are reciprocal. Sometimes, all it takes is a sprinkle of patience and a generous dose of compassion to transform a challenging moment into a profound learning experience for both you and your child. This journey of understanding and connection not only enriches your relationship but also fosters a sense of security and belonging in your child's heart, allowing them to flourish emotionally and socially. Number 6. Exploring underlying issues. When children exhibit disrespectful behavior, it's incredibly easy for parents to become fixated on their actions at home, often failing to recognize the multitude of external pressures and stresses they may be grappling with beyond the family unit. It's vital to understand that the root cause of their defiance or attitude may have little to do with the parenting dynamics within your household and more to do with the personal challenges they face outside the home, whether it be at school, among their peers, or in their individual lives. Issues such as academic pressure, the cruelty of bullying, or even the pain of social rejection can profoundly impact a child's emotional well-being, leaving them feeling vulnerable and lost. When they lack the skills to effectively cope with these overwhelming emotions, it is common for them to act out at home, a haven where they can express their frustration and fear without fear of judgment. As a parent, it becomes crucial to acknowledge that what may appear as mere defiance or disrespect could signify that your child is experiencing a whirlwind of emotions. Feelings of being overwhelmed, hurt, or confused due to external pressures. This is where your role as a compassionate and attentive listener becomes not just important, but essential. There is a poignant Buddhist teaching that resonates deeply in these moments. In the end, only 3 things matter: how much you loved, how gently you lived, and how gracefully you let go of things not meant for you. This wisdom serves as a guiding light for us as parents, particularly when our children are struggling. By demonstrating love, patience, and understanding, we wield far greater power than mere frustration or punishment ever could. Take a moment to reflect and ask yourself, is my child facing immense pressure at school? Are they grappling with the challenge of fitting in socially? Have they recently experienced the sting of betrayal from a friend? These questions are of utmost importance, as issues like these often seep into their behavior at home, even if they are not fully conscious of it themselves. When you invest the time to explore these underlying issues, you may uncover that what your child truly craves is not reprimand, but rather your unwavering support and understanding. By addressing the core issues that fuel their behavior, you can empower your child to navigate their emotions more effectively. For instance, if your child is enduring bullying at school, simply acknowledging their pain and collaborating to find solutions together can significantly alleviate their distress. This proactive approach not only halts the immediate disrespectful behavior but also equips your child with invaluable tools to manage similar situations in the future. It shifts your relationship from a dynamic rooted in authority and obedience to one enriched by mutual respect and trust, fostering a connection that can withstand the test of time. Understanding the underlying causes of disrespect enables you to respond with the essential qualities of patience and wisdom, qualities that are foundational to any healthy relationship. When you take the time to unearth what truly lies beneath the surface, you are not merely addressing the behavior. You are nurturing your child's emotional development and providing them with the skills they need to cope with stress and communicate more effectively. As the Buddha profoundly teaches, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. By cultivating this sense of inner peace within your relationship with your child, You guide them toward becoming more respectful and emotionally resilient as they journey through life. So, the next time your child acts out, I urge you to pause and consider what might be driving their feelings and actions. What battles are they facing that you may not yet comprehend? By asking these critical questions and responding with compassion, you pave the way for a deeper, more meaningful connection with your child, one that prioritizes understanding over conflict. This support transcends mere household disagreements. It addresses a myriad of complex emotions and situations, reinforcing the bond between you and your child and nurturing a relationship grounded in empathy and love. One effective way to open up this dialogue is by asking open-ended questions that invite them to share what's going on. Opening up a heartfelt dialogue with your child during challenging times can be an incredibly powerful way to nurture understanding and strengthen your bond. One of the most effective strategies for initiating this critical conversation is to ask open-ended questions that sincerely invite your child to share what's going on beneath the surface of their behavior. Instead of confronting them with a confrontational and accusatory, "Why are you being so disrespectful?" which can create defensiveness, consider reframing your approach with more compassionate inquiries. Questions such as, "Is something bothering you at school or with your friends?" Or, "How are you feeling about your day-to-day life right now?" serve as gentle invitations for your child to explore their feelings. These types of questions not only demonstrate to your child that you are not solely focused on their behavior, but also convey your heartfelt concern for their emotional well-being and mental health. By approaching them in this manner, you create an open channel for communication, allowing your child to reflect deeply on their feelings and, often, helping them articulate what is truly troubling them. When children sense that you are genuinely interested in understanding their struggles rather than just seeking to discipline them, they may feel more secure in opening up about the challenges they are facing outside the home, which is frequently where the root of their disrespect originates. It can be helpful to reflect on your own experiences as a parent or as a young person. This can deepen your empathy and provide insight into their struggles. Think back to moments in your youth when you felt overwhelmed by pressures from school, the expectations of friends, or even your insecurities. Did those feelings ever lead you to lash out at those you loved, not out of anger toward them, but because you felt lost in trying to cope with your emotions? It is essential to acknowledge these memories, as they can illuminate the profound difficulties that children often encounter. By remembering how challenging it can be to balance external stressors with the haven of home life, you may find it significantly easier to approach your child's disrespectful behavior with patience and compassion, rather than an immediate reaction of frustration or anger. Moreover, it is crucial to engage in self-reflection by asking yourself meaningful questions, such as, "What's driving this behavior? And how can I offer support to help my child manage what they are going through?" These reflective questions can fundamentally transform your response to their behavior, enabling you to foster an environment of healing and connection rather than conflict and misunderstanding. In today's fast-paced and often overwhelming world, children are frequently navigating an intricate web of social pressures, academic expectations, and deeply ingrained personal insecurities. The influence of social media further complicates this landscape, bombarding them with constant comparisons to their peers and the unrealistic standards that are so prevalent online. It's no surprise that this relentless barrage of external pressures can lead to feelings of frustration and anxiety, and sometimes that frustration is unfortunately directed toward family members. As parents, it is our responsibility to recognize that moments of disrespect may merely represent the visible tip of a much larger iceberg of emotional turmoil. By taking a step back, employing thoughtful questions, and extending your unwavering support and love, you not only assist your child in navigating their struggles but also fortify the bond that exists between you. This connection is vital because it lays the groundwork for open communication and mutual respect in the future. Ultimately, exploring these underlying issues provides you with a deeper understanding of your child, allowing you to respond in a manner that promotes their emotional growth and resilience rather than merely administering discipline. It's about nurturing their spirit, guiding them gently through their struggles, and helping them build the skills to articulate their feelings and cope with life's challenges. Reflecting on the profound wisdom of Buddha, who said, "Peace comes from within, do not seek it without," resonates deeply within this context. By fostering an atmosphere where your child feels safe and encouraged to express their true feelings, You create a nurturing foundation for peace within your home and cultivate a deeper emotional connection with your child. So, the next time you encounter disrespect, take a moment to pause and consider the external stresses that might be influencing your behavior. Approach the situation with an open heart and compassion, understanding that your empathetic response can profoundly affect their emotional landscape. You might find yourself pondering questions like, do you think my child's disrespect could stem from stressors outside the home, such as challenges at school or the complexities of friendships? This understanding can be pivotal in guiding your approach and nurturing a loving, supportive relationship with your child. By fostering this environment, you not only aid their development but also empower them to face the world with confidence and resilience, knowing they have a loving parent to turn to during their times of need. 2. Relationship dynamics within the family. In the intricate and often complex tapestry of family relationships, it is vital to recognize that disrespectful behavior from children rarely stems from a singular moment of frustration. Instead, it typically arises from a confluence of deeper emotions that are intricately tied to the dynamics within the family unit. Family is the first social environment we experience, shaping our perceptions, reactions, and behaviors. In this context, children often express their feelings through acting out, especially when they grapple with emotions such as jealousy or resentment. These feelings frequently surface when they perceive that their siblings are receiving preferential treatment or special attention from their parents. The emotional weight of this perceived inequality can breed a sense of frustration and sadness, leading to behavioral issues. Children often lack the emotional vocabulary and maturity to articulate these complex feelings directly. This struggle to express their dissatisfaction verbally can result in a range of behaviors that may appear disrespectful or disruptive. Instead of recognizing that they are seeking validation or acknowledgement, parents may mistakenly interpret these actions as outright defiance. As a parent, particularly if you have multiple children, it becomes crucial to understand how these unspoken emotions can accumulate over time, shaping not only how your child interacts with their siblings, but also how they respond to you and the broader family dynamic. Turning to the teachings of Buddhism, which encourage us to view others through a lens of compassion, can be transformative when navigating family relationships. Compassion enables us to connect more deeply with our children's experiences, fostering an environment where they feel safe to express their feelings. When a child feels neglected or overlooked, they may not know how to ask for more attention in a healthy manner, causing their behavior to become a distorted form of communication. Rather than reacting impulsively to instances of disrespect or acting out, take a moment to reflect on the situation. Ask yourself, could my child be feeling left out, undervalued, or emotionally isolated within this family dynamic? This gentle shift in perspective allows you to approach the situation with greater empathy, fostering an environment conducive to deeper understanding and healing within the family. Sibling relationships are often a complex web of emotions, filled with love, rivalry, and competition. Even when parents believe they are treating their children fairly and equally, subtle differences in attention, praise, or resources can be interpreted as favoritism by one or more children. For instance, if one sibling excels academically or receives a higher volume of positive reinforcement, be it praise for good grades or recognition in extracurricular activities, the other sibling may begin to grapple with feelings of inadequacy, jealousy, or resentment. These emotions, if left unaddressed, can create a competitive atmosphere within the family, leading the child to act out in hopes of garnering attention or validation from their parents. To combat this negative cycle, it is vital to foster an environment of open communication. Encouraging children to share their feelings openly is an essential component of a healthy family dynamic. Engage your child with questions like, do you feel like you're being treated differently from your sibling? Or how are you feeling about the dynamics at home? Such inquiries empower them to voice their concerns and frustrations, transforming negative behaviors into meaningful conversations that can lead to resolution and healing. This dialogue not only builds a bridge of understanding between you and your child, but also nurtures their emotional intelligence, teaching them how to express their feelings constructively. Reflecting on your own childhood experiences can provide invaluable insights into these feelings. Most of us have encountered moments of comparison, whether within our families or in broader social contexts. Think back to instances where you felt overshadowed by a sibling or peers, moments that left you feeling inadequate or unseen. These experiences can resonate deeply and leave a lasting impact on our emotional landscape. By revisiting your feelings of jealousy or competition, you may find yourself approaching your child's behavior with increased patience, compassion, and empathy. After all, unresolved feelings of resentment or neglect can fester into long-term conflict if not addressed early on. By encouraging your child to express these emotions constructively, you not only help them learn valuable communication skills but also guide them away from future outbursts of disrespect. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. In today's fast-paced world, where families often juggle countless responsibilities and distractions, it is all too easy for certain dynamics to slip under the radar. Parents may find themselves inadvertently spending more time with one child or prioritizing the needs of another, leaving a third child feeling overlooked and unappreciated. When children perceive this discrepancy in attention, their behavior may not stem from inherent disrespect or rebellion but rather from a desperate need for recognition and acknowledgement. As the wise Buddha once stated, in a family, peace is the first condition of happiness. By ensuring that every child feels equally valued and appreciated, you cultivate a more harmonious and balanced environment at home, where love and respect flourish. Ultimately, taking the time to understand the family dynamics contributing to disrespectful behavior is not merely an act of kindness. It enables you to respond with greater empathy and patience, transforming your home into a sanctuary of understanding and love. When you invest the time to listen to your child's concerns and explore any underlying feelings of jealousy or resentment, you demonstrate that their emotions are significant and worthy of consideration. This thoughtful approach not only mitigates instances of disrespect but also strengthens the overall familial bond. So, the next time you notice disrespectful behavior, pause for a moment and reflect on the situation. Ask yourself, could this behavior be a manifestation of something deeper, perhaps rooted in sibling dynamics or feelings of inequality? By addressing these issues with compassion, openness, and effective communication, you can create a healthier, more harmonious family environment, a space where every member feels valued, understood, and loved. In nurturing this environment, you pave the way for emotional growth and connection that can last a lifetime, building a foundation for resilience, mutual respect, and genuine affection within the family. The journey may be challenging, but the rewards of fostering understanding, compassion, and love within your family are immeasurable, shaping the emotional health and happiness of each family member for years to come. 3. Find out the root cause. Building a strong foundation of trust through meaningful one-on-one conversations is not just an effective approach. It's a crucial element in fostering a healthy and nurturing parent-child relationship. This method allows parents to delve deeply into the complexities of their child's emotional landscape, helping to uncover what may be simmering just beneath the surface. It is essential to recognize that waiting until behavior becomes problematic before addressing it can lead to missed opportunities for deeper connection and understanding. By intentionally creating moments to check in with your child regularly, not merely as a reaction to an issue, you open the door for them to share their thoughts, feelings, and experiences in a safe, natural, and comfortable environment. These ongoing conversations can be transformative, offering insights into the stresses, insecurities, or frustrations that might be driving their disrespectful actions. Consider this: when you ask open-ended questions, such as, "Is something bothering you?" or "How are things going with your friends?" you are demonstrating a genuine interest in their well-being. This approach signifies that your focus is not solely on correcting their behavior, but on truly understanding and supporting them through life's ups and downs. A powerful story from the life of the Buddha beautifully illustrates the significance of communication and understanding. One day, a man approached Buddha, overwhelmed with anger and shouting insults. In a remarkable display of calmness, Buddha posed a thought-provoking question. If someone offers you a gift and you choose not to accept it, to whom does the gift belong? The man, taken aback, pondered this and replied, "To the person who offered it." Buddha then wisely remarked, "I do not accept your anger, so it remains yours." This simple yet profound interaction serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of not reacting impulsively to emotional outbursts, but instead choosing to respond with calmness and thoughtfulness. When your child exhibits disrespectful behavior, it's all too easy to react emotionally, allowing frustration and disappointment to cloud your judgment. However, engaging them in a calm and compassionate conversation transforms the situation, creating an opportunity for your child to reflect on their behavior without feeling attacked or judged. Regular check-ins are instrumental in cultivating an environment where your child feels safe to talk openly about what's truly going on in their lives, be it academic pressures, challenges in friendships, or personal struggles with self-esteem and identity. Open-ended questions play a pivotal role in these conversations, as they encourage your child to share more than just superficial details. Instead of asking, "Did you have a good day?" which can be answered with a mere yes or no, try something like, "What was the best part of your day?" Or, "Is there anything on your mind that's been bothering you lately?" These types of questions invite deeper reflection and signal to your child that you're genuinely invested in their inner world and emotional landscape. Such engagement allows them to express their feelings, leading to moments of clarity and understanding. By consistently asking these kinds of questions, not just when issues arise, you lay the groundwork for trust and emotional safety. Your child will come to learn that they can approach you with their thoughts and feelings before they escalate into disrespectful behavior, fostering an open line of communication that is essential for their emotional growth. Take a moment to reflect on instances from your own life when you felt misunderstood or overwhelmed. Have you ever lashed out, not out of a desire to be hurtful, but simply because you struggled to express your emotions? Children often find themselves in similar situations, and by demonstrating patience and a genuine interest in their lives, you help them learn to communicate better before their frustration turns into disrespectful actions. In today's fast-paced and often overwhelming world, where pressures from school, friends, and even the unrelenting nature of social media can weigh heavily on young hearts, it's all too easy for them to feel isolated or misunderstood. That's why carving out space for regular conversations is not just beneficial, it's vital for their emotional and psychological well-being. These moments are invaluable opportunities to check in on their emotional health, to understand their challenges, and to assist them in navigating the complex maze of growing up in a world that often feels chaotic and demanding. By embracing this proactive approach, you significantly reduce the likelihood of disrespectful outbursts while simultaneously strengthening your relationship with your child. As Buddha wisely articulated, "Better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace." Often, it takes just one meaningful conversation to shift the trajectory of your child's behavior and usher in a sense of peace within your home. It's in these moments of connection that you can truly make a difference. So, the next time you sense tension brewing or notice hints of disrespect, don't wait for a major incident to take action. Cultivate the habit of asking questions, listening intently, and demonstrating that you care, not solely about their behavior but about their inner struggles, fears, and aspirations. This nurturing approach will not only help you uncover the root causes of their frustrations, but also enable both of you to move forward with a deeper understanding and mutual respect. By fostering this environment of open communication, you empower your children to express themselves freely and authentically. You are teaching them invaluable skills that will serve them throughout their lives. The ability to articulate their feelings, to seek help when they need it, and to engage in healthy relationships. Remember, your child is not just learning about how to communicate with you. They are also observing how to navigate the world around them. The more you model patience, empathy, and understanding, the more they will internalize these qualities and carry them into their interactions with others. Together, you can build a foundation of love, trust, and respect that will support both your child's growth and your relationship for years to come. 4. Professional insight. Navigating the complex and often turbulent waters of parenting can sometimes feel like an overwhelming challenge, especially when faced with your child's disrespectful behavior. It can be heart-wrenching to watch as the child you love deeply exhibits actions that seem to undermine the values you've worked hard to instill. If the root cause of their disrespect feels elusive and your sincere attempts to engage in open, honest communication have not brought about the resolution you so desperately hope for, it might be time to consider the invaluable step of seeking professional insight. There are moments when, despite our best efforts to listen empathetically and supportively to our children, the deeper issues that may be affecting their behavior remain buried beneath layers of confusion and emotion. In such instances, turning to the expertise of a therapist or counselor can be a transformative choice. These professionals bring a wealth of training and experience to the table, allowing them to recognize patterns and underlying issues that often elude even the most dedicated parents. They can assist both you and your child in understanding the intricate emotional landscape that may be contributing to their behavior, uncovering insights that go far beyond surface-level observations. It is crucial to embrace the notion that seeking professional help is not a reflection of failure on your part as a parent. Rather, it represents a courageous and proactive step toward gaining a deeper understanding of your child's emotional state and finding a constructive path toward resolution. Engaging with a mental health professional can be one of the most effective strategies to support not just your child, but yourself as well. Just as we would consult a doctor for physical ailments, turning to a therapist is an essential aspect of nurturing emotional health. These experts provide invaluable strategies and tools that can foster healthier family dynamics, creating a more harmonious and supportive environment at home. A profound Buddhist saying resonates deeply within this context. To conquer oneself is a greater task than conquering others. This insight highlights the significance of self-understanding and emotional clarity, which are essential achievements not only for personal growth but also for enriching family relationships. When we embark on the journey of self-discovery, we cultivate the capacity to approach our children's struggles with empathy and compassion, rather than judgment or frustration. Therapists can serve as compassionate guides for your child, helping them to navigate the complex feelings that may be influencing their behavior. If they are grappling with challenges such as anxiety, peer pressure, or low self-esteem, a skilled therapist can provide a safe space for them to explore these issues openly. Additionally, therapists can equip you, as a parent, with effective techniques to respond to and manage instances of disrespect. This guidance is instrumental in helping you de-escalate tensions that may arise during conflicts. Children often feel more comfortable opening up to a neutral third party, especially if they have been hesitant to share their true emotions within the familial setting. A therapist can create a safe and non-judgmental environment where your child can articulate frustrations that might be too daunting to express during family discussions. Moreover, therapists offer insights that may not have been previously considered. They can help you recognize underlying stressors stemming from various sources, including academic pressures, social dynamics, or even personal struggles that your child may be grappling with internally. By illuminating these hidden factors, therapists can help you better understand the context of your child's behavior, paving the way for deeper conversations and more meaningful connections. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 5 below to let me know that you are still here with me. The transformation that can arise from seeking professional guidance is nothing short of remarkable. Not only does it address the symptoms of disrespectful behavior, but it also delves into the emotional challenges that often fuel it. By actively pursuing professional help, you send a powerful message to your child that there is no shame in reaching out for support when it is needed. This action models a healthy perspective toward mental and emotional well-being, demonstrating that seeking assistance is a sign of strength, not weakness. It fosters a culture of openness and vulnerability within your family, encouraging your child to approach their feelings with honesty and courage. In many cases, the insights gained from professional intervention can lead to profound shifts in perspective. This newfound understanding enables you to approach your child's behavior with compassion rather than frustration, fostering a more positive family dynamic. As the Buddhist teaching of right understanding conveys, when we see things clearly, without judgment, wisdom and compassion can flourish. In today's fast-paced world, where children are often bombarded by a myriad of pressures that can be both intense and multifaceted, professional guidance can provide the relief and direction that may feel elusive within the family unit. Whether it's stress related to school, the pervasive influence of social media, or other personal challenges, these external pressures can frequently manifest as disrespectful behavior at home. With the compassionate support of a therapist or counselor, both you and your child can develop more effective tools to navigate these stressors, fostering a healthier and more resilient relationship. For parents who are in the later stages of life, balancing the complexities of parenting with other life responsibilities can be particularly challenging. Involving a professional can offer crucial relief and support, allowing you to address your child's emotional needs while also taking care of your well-being. As the Buddha wisely proclaimed, peace comes from within, but sometimes finding that inner peace necessitates external guidance to illuminate the internal struggles we face. So, if the root cause of your child's behavior continues to elude your understanding, seriously consider the option of seeking professional insight. This decision can be the key to unlocking the deeper emotions that drive their actions and guiding your child toward a more emotionally balanced existence. In doing so, you not only enhance your family's dynamic but also impart to your child the invaluable lesson that seeking help when needed is a vital aspect of a healthy life. This proactive approach promotes a legacy of emotional health and understanding that can endure throughout their life. Ultimately, embracing the support of a professional can transform your family's journey, fostering healing, understanding, and resilience that enriches your relationships for years to come. When to involve a therapist. Navigating the often turbulent waters of parenting can be an incredibly daunting task, particularly when your child's disrespectful behavior evolves from mere occasional outbursts into a troubling pattern that suggests deeper emotional or mental health concerns. As loving and concerned parents, recognizing when it's time to seek professional support can be a crucial turning point in your child's life. Ongoing disrespect is not just a behavioral issue. It can often signal the presence of unresolved anxiety, depression, trauma, or other emotional struggles that your child might feel unable to express or articulate effectively. It is profoundly painful to watch your child grapple with inner turmoil, feeling helpless as they struggle silently, especially when it appears that their distress extends beyond typical childhood frustrations. This is precisely where the involvement of a therapist or family counselor can make an immense and transformative difference. Therapists and counselors are equipped with the expertise and training necessary to identify the underlying issues that may be driving your child's challenging behavior. These professionals possess the tools and techniques to facilitate meaningful conversations that foster healing for both the parent and the child. It's essential to understand that reaching out for professional help should never be viewed as a sign of failure or inadequacy. Rather, it is a powerful and courageous step toward cultivating a healthier, more nurturing environment for your child. Amid our emotional investment in our children's lives, it is entirely natural to desire quick fixes to alleviate our concerns. However, skilled therapists can guide both parent and child to deeper insights, enabling everyone involved to better understand the complex emotions at play. Reflecting on the profound wisdom of the Buddha, who once said, "Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without," we can see how relevant this perspective is in situations where a child's behavior may stem from internal struggles they have yet to recognize or articulate. A compassionate therapist can help your child navigate these tumultuous feelings, providing them with essential tools to manage their emotions in healthier, more constructive ways. Furthermore, they can offer invaluable guidance to you as a parent, equipping you with strategies to support your child's journey effectively. For instance, if your child's disrespectful behavior appears to be rooted in anxiety or a past trauma, a therapist can assist them in developing coping mechanisms tailored to their specific needs. These may include mindfulness techniques, effective communication skills, or strategies for managing overwhelming emotions before they manifest as disrespectful actions. It's also important to recognize that therapists often work with the family as a cohesive unit rather than focusing solely on the individual child. This holistic approach ensures that parents are not only receiving support for their child's challenges but are also equipped with effective strategies to address these situations constructively. The process often involves educating parents about the psychological and emotional dynamics at play, which can be enlightening. Sometimes, the impartial perspective of a therapist can illuminate the complexities of the situation, allowing both sides to see the truth more clearly and creating a safe space for healing. When assessing your child's behavior, it's crucial to recognize when disrespect crosses the line from a fleeting frustration into something more persistent or intense. Have you noticed that despite your best efforts to engage in open, honest conversations, your child's behavior continues to worsen or escalate. Do you feel a nagging intuition that there are underlying emotional issues, such as depression or anxiety, that need to be addressed? These critical reflections can serve as guiding questions, helping you to determine whether involving a therapist is the right course of action. Recognition of these signs early and taking proactive measures can empower your child to address their emotional health constructively and positively. It's also essential to remember that seeking professional help can be an empowering experience for your child. It sends a powerful message that their struggles are valid and worthy of attention, validating their feelings while showing them that there are resources available to help them navigate through the storms of life. Children, much like adults, often thrive when they have the opportunity to talk to someone outside of the family dynamic, someone who can provide unbiased support and guidance. This experience not only aids in their emotional healing but also teaches them an invaluable life lesson. It is perfectly acceptable to seek help when the weight of their emotions feels overwhelming or too burdensome to carry alone. As the Buddha wisely stated, to conquer oneself is a greater task than conquering others. Helping your child gain mastery over their emotions through therapy is perhaps one of the most profound gifts you can offer them. It equips them with the tools they need to navigate the myriad challenges life will inevitably present, fostering greater emotional intelligence, resilience, and self-awareness. In today's fast-paced, high-pressure world, children are confronting more emotional strain than ever before, from the increasing pressures of academic performance to social media dynamics that can amplify feelings of inadequacy. It's crucial to recognize that disrespectful behavior may often be their way of signaling a need for help. Whether it's academic stress, social pressures, or internal struggles that they don't fully comprehend, professional insights can uncover the root causes that might elude everyday family interactions. A compassionate counselor or therapist can effectively bridge the gap between parent and child, fostering a mutual understanding that paves the way for respect, open communication, and emotional growth. They can introduce family dynamics that promote positive interactions and teach everyone involved how to engage in healthier communication practices. If you find that your child's behavior has escalated to a point where it seems driven by deeper emotional issues, please don't hesitate to seek professional help. Therapists can provide clarity, offer emotional support, and guide both you and your child toward a path of healing. The results of this journey extend far beyond mere improvements in behavior. They foster a stronger, more resilient bond between parent and child, built upon a foundation of understanding, empathy, and mutual respect. 5. The role of school counselors. In today's rapidly evolving world, where academic pressures, social dynamics, and emotional challenges can feel overwhelming for our children, many schools provide invaluable counseling services that serve as a beacon of hope and support for both students and their families. When your child exhibits disrespectful behavior, it is crucial to consider the myriad of stresses they face in the school environment. Often, the pressures of academic demands can be relentless, leaving children feeling inadequate, anxious, or lost. They might struggle to keep up with their studies, face difficulties navigating the often tumultuous waters of friendships, or even endure the painful experience of feeling excluded, bullied, or simply misunderstood. Such emotional burdens can manifest in frustration and misbehavior at home, where children may act out their inner turmoil in ways that can be confusing and distressing for parents. School counselors are uniquely trained professionals who play a pivotal role in assisting students in managing these complex emotional challenges. They provide a safe, confidential, and neutral space where your child can openly express their feelings without fear of judgment. These counselors are not just support staff. They are empathetic listeners and skilled advocates who guide children through the process of understanding their experiences and working through the stresses that may be manifesting as negative behavior at home. It is essential to recognize that when we reframe our perspective, viewing school counselors not merely as resources for severe issues but as vital allies in fostering emotional resilience, we begin to appreciate their invaluable role in our children's lives more deeply. Disrespectful behavior is often a signal, a cry for help that hints at something much deeper beneath the surface. By acknowledging this, we create opportunities to address the root causes of such behavior rather than simply attempting to correct it on the surface. The ancient wisdom encapsulated in the Buddhist saying, "Peace comes from within," serves as a powerful reminder that real change requires us to look introspectively at the issues at hand. Similarly, school counselors assist children in exploring their internal worlds, equipping them with essential tools to combat stress, anxiety, and the various social pressures they encounter daily. If your child struggles with feelings of isolation or anxiety, or is overwhelmed by their academic responsibilities, these counselors can provide not only guidance but also practical strategies that enhance their emotional well-being. Such support can lead to significant improvements in behavior at home, fostering a more harmonious family environment. It's vital to engage in reflective questioning, asking yourself, is my child's behavior at home a reflection of their experiences at school? Have they shared any concerns about their friendships or academic pressures? Engaging your child in open-ended discussions, such as asking, how are you feeling about school? Or are there any friendships that have been bothering you lately? Can help unearth the deeper struggles they may be facing. This approach not only encourages communication but also empowers your child to express themselves more freely, fostering an atmosphere of trust and understanding within your family. By involving a school counselor in your child's life, you add an essential layer of support, reinforcing the message that seeking help is not just acceptable but commendable. This involvement demonstrates to your child that they are not alone in navigating the complex landscape of school life, filled with ups and downs that can sometimes feel insurmountable. School counselors can provide crucial insights into your child's behavior in environments outside of the home, which can be invaluable for parents. Children often display different behaviors at school than at home, and counselors can help illuminate these differences, offering a fuller picture of what might be influencing your child's actions. Armed with this knowledge, you can approach your child's behavior with greater empathy and understanding, forging a path forward that strengthens your relationship and fosters mutual respect. Moreover, involving a school counselor teaches your child a significant life lesson about the importance of seeking help when needed. Just as we encourage our children to ask questions in the classroom, it's equally vital for them to feel comfortable seeking emotional guidance. The wise words of the Buddha resonate here. No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We must walk the path. This statement underscores the importance of self-reliance while also reminding us that navigating our path doesn't mean we must do so in isolation. Asking for support is not a sign of weakness. Rather, it reflects an awareness of one's limitations and a willingness to learn and grow for the sake of your family's well-being. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 6 below to let me know that you are still here with me. There is an array of resources available to assist you in navigating the challenging moments of your child's development, from professional counseling to parenting groups, or even just reaching out to trusted friends for advice. Parenting is inherently a communal experience. It is not meant to be tackled in isolation. Throughout history, families and communities have relied on one another for support, wisdom, and guidance. In our fast-paced modern lives, there is often pressure to maintain a facade of having everything under control. But the truth is that everyone experiences moments when they need help, and that's perfectly normal. Reflect for a moment. When was the last time you allowed yourself to reach out to someone for support, whether to seek advice or simply to share your own experiences? Sometimes, a heartfelt conversation with a friend who has traversed similar challenges can lift an immense weight off your shoulders, reminding you that you are not alone in this journey. For some parents, engaging professional help through therapy or counseling can be incredibly enriching. Family counseling offers a neutral environment where parents and children can articulate their feelings openly, guided by a trained professional who facilitates productive conversations. This process can uncover deeper emotional issues behind your child's behavior, providing a foundation to work together in rebuilding a stronger, more respectful relationship. In addition to providing guidance and support, counselors can introduce new strategies for communication, conflict resolution, and fostering emotional connections that might not be immediately obvious during the daily grind of parenting challenges. Think of asking for help as a means to strengthen your parenting toolbox. Whether the support comes from a professional or through informal advice from a loved one, every nugget of guidance you receive becomes an essential tool that enables you to respond to your child's needs more effectively and compassionately. It's crucial to understand that seeking help doesn't equate to someone else taking over your role as a parent. Rather, it's about equipping yourself with the resources necessary to navigate difficult moments with greater ease and understanding. As we wrap up today's discussion on the vital role of school counselors in supporting our children, we invite you to reflect on what you've learned so far. Navigating the challenges of parenting is no small feat, and understanding how to effectively engage with the resources available, like school counselors, can make a significant difference in your child's emotional and academic well-being. We'd love to hear from you. What is one key takeaway from this video that resonated with you, and how do you plan to apply it in your life? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you found this video helpful, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful content. Together, let's continue to support our children in their journey toward emotional resilience and success. Thank you for watching.